classic blunder.
We are live. We are being recorded and all that. This is session 8. Where we left off, you guys returned to your ship after collecting all your various little side quests. And you have basically 3 days until the big party that Simp is going to be making their appearance at.
Okay.
Yetter, I have a question. What? How much mana is pocket change? Typically.
Last I read, you could live comfortably on 1 mana a day.
Okay, so not a lot.
It's not really, pocket change really isn't a thing because in
Is
Union,
it all just like electronic currency?
I'm
kinda
sure
thing?
I'm sure it is.
Yeah. So I can't go pickpocketing to try to get 10,000 mana.
Probably not.
Okay.
Bold effort though. Bold effort.
Could I go stick someone up and have them transfer me 10,000?
Do we really need to get in any more trouble?
You could probably certainly try.
I'm not saying I want to do this. I'm just saying, in the
Now
mechanics
your
of
NFTs,
Lancer.
put them in the bag now.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what would a petty thief in the Lancer universe do? How would you rob someone?
My gut feeling,
Oh,
Frank, kind of just from how I know Lancers work, is you don't go after the currency, you kind of just go after the supplies, because outside of the outskirts of known space, like, no one uses mana.
yeah.
Or
That's like a union currency, right?
it is a union currency, and
For union space.
And union already provides everything you need. So it's
mana, honestly, kind of worthless.
It's kind of worthless unless you are wanting things to be like not
Like
public
Lavish.
record, or kind of just want things be a bit extra.
Now, is there a currency, and this is like a bit of a tangent, but is there a so mana is the universal currency of Union, and you said outside of Union space, kind of on like the more fringes of the galaxy, does each system have like their own currency system, or is it more like is there an agreed upon non-Union currency? And if there is, what's the exchange rate?
The only people that might have their own currency is the Onic. I think they're an empire. They are not part of Union. They were a bunch of humans that blasted off to Lightspeed, found their own place, and kind of just lived on their own until very recently Union found them.
Okay.
They have developed to basically be Union's rival, and I'm sure they have some form of currency, but their source book isn't out yet. It's probably not going to be, so.
Then don't worry. Okay, so if I wanted to petty thieve some money, I'd have to steal supplies from some source and then sell them at a different source.
That is my feeling.
Okay. In that case...
Sounds like a lot of work.
And it also adds another layer of, hey, who are you? Yuki stews on this on her way back from her encounter with the elderly woman. And then upon returning, I think we kind of touched at it like at the very last, but Yuki will spill the beans, be like, hey, everybody, I managed to get information on a concert where Simp is playing on the Arizona in 3 days. And just as a refresher, Simp is very closely tied with Horus. So, and from what I was talking and from my conversation with the contact that I found, it seems that everyone who is in the know and will be in attendance would be part of the Horus cell. Now, and scrounging up this information, and I'll turn to Rain Man. I'll be like, I promised this woman 10,000 mana. I hope that you can afford me that. Because I'm broke as fuck.
I'm assuming we're all back at the ship by this point. Maybe we're in the mess area. And Knight is like, he's got his apron on. He's cooking or whatever. And the second you hear this, just he hears that, he's just gonna like stop for a moment, and then he's just gonna go back to cooking and not turn around.
You hear Venom laughing in the background.
He's like under a like a mech or something, like
In the other room.
Yeah.
Got him.
Rain Man is gonna look down, pinch the bridge of his nose, and mutter something. Do we all actually understand alternate languages? Like somebody speaking, like, say, Mongolian or something?
Can 100% be a thing. Like Lancer, kind of just the setting. It's expansive, and people are constantly finding like lost civilizations and people who've lived on their own.
Right.
So
Alright.
multiple languages.
Knight only speaks one language, and that is a language we're all speaking.
Well, if it is allowed that nobody else understands what I'm saying, then I'm just gonna mutter something in another language under my breath and then speak up. Really? 10,000 mana?
Yeah,
Change.
but I got good information, and I got us really fast what we need to go and where we need to do and everything. Excuse me, where we need to go and what we need to do. I got those backwards.
As I'm pulling out my personal ComCon unit and tapping away at it to transfer the money to Yuki, rather aggressively, mind you. This
pay
mitigation
you
of yours
back.
better be good.
I'll pay you back as soon as I can source 10,000 mana.
Oh yeah, sure. Let's just get you your own freighter. Send you out on a run on your own, and done.
Thank you very much.
So you got us VIP tickets for this concert, right?
Sure,
We're like we get to meet the person front row.
Did you even
Check surely
Yep.
we're not in the nosebleeds.
Nope. I think it's more of like a general admission type thing, so like first come, first serve. Like standing room only. But by standing room, I mean the abandoned district. So it's probably just gonna be like
Ooh,
in
very
some
indie.
Warehouse type thing.
yeah, like it's gonna be in a warehouse. So 3 days. I don't have the tickets yet. I was promised them upon payment. But I can do that. It's nighttime, so I can do that tomorrow. But yeah, 3 days at the abandoned district.
So we got 3 days to.
We got 3 days to come up with a plan and a goal. I don't know what we're doing, but we're getting in there.
Recon.
So far as I can tell from all this, we're going to this concert because this music guy or girl is really big with the people we're trying to get at. Yeah.
Yes, and
So we kidnap him.
And it's a shit show after that.
ooh, yeah, yeah. My contact implied that everyone that will be in attendance would be connected to Horus in some way.
This is a networking opportunity.
Yep. So, and we were tasked with to eliminate the Horus cell. It
Oh,
also
so we'll
says
just kill everyone there.
it also says that discretion is recommended, but we could totally just rig whatever warehouse it's in. Just fucking go.
Yeah, we'll just no Russian the place.
Did you say
Remember,
that in character?
remember, no Horus.
No Horus. Man. Oh.
Maybe a little recon before we blow up
That-
the place.
Was good news, I guess, but we did already tell you all about how me and O'Malley here ended up getting ourselves aside.
Mm-hmm. Or did we? We might as well talk about it now. Might as well. But
Let's
yeah.
see.
Where are my notes? Did I lose my notes?
I've already got it.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, all right. So basically, we got in contact with a member of Trunk Security, IPSN, big wig lady. Anyway, so you know those guys that attacked us earlier on our way here?
Yes.
She wants us to bring in the head, well, actually, and body attached
Unfortunately.
of all three of them. Of all three of them, bring them in alive.
Okay. I was about to say, do the heads and bodies need to be attached, or can we detach them and bring them in
Yes.
separately? Okay.
Which is both
Yes, yes.
stupid and lame.
Yeah, because didn't you have beef with them, Knight?
You could say I have beef, yes.
Who gave us, or who is? What's the where is this contract from?
One Captain Sita Ota.
Would that be the Port Authority?
That is Trunk Security
Yeah,
Captain.
Trunk Security. Gotcha.
Big, very, very high corpo looking individual. Had her own nice car and everything.
Mhm.
Understood.
Although I guess corpo in the Lancer world would definitely not mean the same thing it does in like Cyberpunk.
Union is just the biggest corpo.
Yeah.
Alright.
Just thinking about that makes me want to do like a Cyberpunk campaign. Totally off topic.
Didn't
The
you ever
rulebook.
get a?
I was
yeah,
about to
you
say
had-
there is a Cyberpunk rulebook.
I have the rules. It is the most complicated character creation I've ever seen, but as far as like game goes, it's pretty simple.
I can't wait to spend an hour on just figuring out my character, like whatever.
Mhm.
Is it just quick tangent? Are there standardized classes? Is it more just kind of like you build as you go, and whatever you come up with is what you can define your play style with how you build your character?
It's very similar to D&D where you kind of just you have a class, you're like a net runner, you're a punk, you're a security. Let's see, what was the other one? You're a media, kind of just stuff like that. And as you progress down that line, you get various class abilities. It's less character creation is not complicated because of the class. It's more of you are creating a character who has a history, a backstory, and reason why they became a cyberpunk.
That sounds so
So
cool.
cool. That's
So
so
all this-
fucking
Because-
cool.
So all the stuff that we usually just come up with on the fly in a regular D&D game, we have to have up front and ready.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
So I can see why we maybe never could have done that with our previous usuals.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay, very cool. Makes me really want to play it, but yes.
Yeah.
Well, we can make that our next game if everybody's down for it.
Yeah. Moving forward though.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes, yes. Back
so
to this.
we,
Back to this.
And is that so the that's an open contract for bringing those guys in.
It is an
correct?
open contract.
It is
okay.
open.
We're not the only ones on this.
John Wick.
But
Gotcha.
we have a pretty stellar deal if we do get it. I get
Uh-huh.
a nice kitchen.
Oh,
Yeah, didn't she say something about owing you just some favor in general or something?
And I get a favor. Sorry, I was more focused on the kitchen.
But yeah, I specifically requested a new ship because I bang on the table and
Ooh.
a screw falls out from under it. This thing, as you can tell, is good to me, but she's a rust bucket.
Do we all get a special request, or is it only you two?
That was not brought up.
Yeah, that wasn't brought up. Sorry.
So I guess
just thought-
and you'll wing it. Whatever happens, happens.
That's true.
Just think about how much you benefit from me having a new kitchen.
Yeah, because you got us sick the last time you cooked.
Yeah, exactly. I blame that fully on the ship.
Yeah, I think I'm still recovering. Nice.
Hey, I've made some bangers. I've
Do we-
failed. I've failed sometimes too.
You can only make Alfredo.
No,
Simmer
I
down.
can make other things. I think other things.
Do we have any leads on their base of operations? The three dead kings, right? Is that what they were called?
Didn't she send us some info or something? Or didn't we? Or were we knew where they flew towards? Shoot, did I write that down in my notes?
There was information shared with you, and if it was, it would definitely had it to have been the captain. From the reports that Trunk Security has been following and has been making, is that these three dead kings, they do operate locally. They are somewhere within Gollum and kind of just maybe hiding in its ring, maybe hiding on an outskirts on like an old moon or something like that. But they definitely don't travel far. And they definitely, there is a suspicion on Sita's part that they are targeting Trunk Security. They are targeting North Star vessels.
Well, I'm sure with just another mere 10,000 mana, we can figure out exactly where they are.
Mm-hmm.
We'll ask for a little bit more.
Well, I mean, actually, if I remember correctly, wasn't the mana amount reward supposed to be in like the several hundreds? Like several hundred thousands?
Oh yeah. So if we can bang this one out, we'll be
Here,
we'll be
Rayman.
golden.
When we complete that, if we complete that, I won't take any mana, and we'll just call us square. You can have my portion, whatever that will be.
I'll just take 10,000 from your portion.
All right.
If
So something else to think about. Down to go and hunt down these three dead kings. Super down. We do have a deadline for the Simp concert.
We are
So if
probably gonna have to do the concert first.
Yeah, so unless we think we can get them within, I'd say 2 days, that way we still have an entire day to plan for the concert. Probably look at doing the concert first.
In terms of scope, concert definitely is first on our to-do list.
Yeah, I mean our mechs are being repaired right now, anyways.
That's true.
Yes,
So we're kind of out of commission. Anyway, they brought up a good point.
Yeah.
Have we talked to Union yet?
We did that as well, yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
What
We
did
are
they
going to
say?
be assigned to the crew of the Union
Yeah.
carrier vessel Dallas.
Yep.
Okay.
It's a kind of a forward operating base. Be a nice carrier.
Mm-hmm.
We got let's see, notes say, yeah, we'll be yeah. Yeah, we got to get connected to Bonnet, but
Yeah.
oh,
We could also
so
talk to the Port Authority and see if they need anything.
in terms
we?
of
I don't remember.
well, also in terms of a time limit for our military duties, we've got about 2 or 3 weeks before the blink gate is done.
Yeah, but we're depending on our circumstances, wink, wink, we may not be getting on Dallas anyways. Depending.
Perhaps. So what are we doing now? We're going to bed.
We could probably go to bed, get some sleep, and then brainstorm for the Horusel takedown in the morning.
Sounds good.
All right.
All right, well, dinner's ready. Let's see it.
Venom runs out of the ship when he hears Not say that.
Oh no. Oh no.
Nine.
You know what, guys? Don't even worry about
what-
We got some cereal.
Knight, how did you manage to burn peanut butter and jelly sandwiches? This is.
I was thinking more of he mixed salt in the sugar because I mean.
Oh, that too.
Yeah,
Yeah, because it's just below failure.
yeah, just below. So almost had it right.
Next time, guys, don't worry. Next time. Don't worry.
Well,
next time I can train this, we're going to have a +4.
Yeah. I take one bite, get up. Nope. Put it
No.
down the disposal and get a GMS ration.
Now,
That's
what were you making? And was it accidentally too salty or accidentally too sweet? If you're mixing salt and
I'm
sugar.
going to say I was making a... what would be something that would be really suck if you added too much sugar to it?
I feel like any just savory
any-
dish.
Savory dish.
Like a fish dish probably would be pretty bad with sugar.
Yeah, I'm making some sort of like space like grilled
Space
tilapia or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's way too sweet.
Sugar seasoned tilapia.
Mhm.
Reminds me of the
I was
time.
there just thinking about that.
Yeah. Reminds me of the time that my grandmother made banana pudding, but when she went to the store, she just grabbed what she thought was vanilla extract, but it actually ended up being maple extract.
Ooh, very
Ooh.
So
cool.
she made maple banana pudding. And this was like way long ago. This was when my parents were dating, I think. My dad and my mom, they couldn't eat it, but my grandfather sat there and ate his entire bowl
What a hero.
because he did not want to be mean to her.
That's a real man.
Yeah. Yuki is not that nice. She does not finish whatever you give her.
Venom didn't even attempt it. He just went straight for the MRE.
Don't worry, next one's gonna be a banger.
Yep, sure will.
You don't achieve greatness without a little bit of effort.
Exactly.
You think I got all these muscles by just showing up?
Maybe you should stick to using those muscles instead of whatever this is.
I will continue to grow as a person. Cooking is just the first step.
All right, Yuki goes to bed.
Yeah,
Yep.
go to bed.
Yeah, best
Go to
time.
bed.
Nighty night time, everyone.
There are
Mm,
monsters
almost.
nearby. You can't
Almost.
sleep right
Oh,
now.
Oh yeah, did we get any wacky dreams?
You do not.
So,
We're rolling the dream dice.
No, you guys have a rather restful sleep. You, Rain Man, you do get a rather kind of just during the morning routine. Kind of, actually, yeah. What is everyone's morning routine?
definitely coffee somewhere in there. Probably gets up, check the ship log, see if there's any like errors that popped up during the night or anything like that, and then checks the news feed, see what's going on.
Okay. Okay. And then what about the rest of you? What kind of is you? What is your character's kind of just morning routine?
Typical morning or this specific morning?
Typical.
Probably get up, gear and personal belongings check. Also coffee. It's probably about it.
Okay. And then what are you doing this specific morning?
The specific morning, you're gonna get up early, grab some coffee, and then book it to the that restaurant bar.
The Lawrence Lard.
Yeah, the Lawrence Lord. Hopefully trying to get there before they open. If not, then she'll act accordingly.
Okay.
But we can do that once everyone else goes through there.
Mm-hmm. Night Venom. What are you guys doing this morning?
Night would wake up bright and early, probably just about as the sun rises. He's going a jog, maybe around the shipyard, wherever our ship is located. Come back, maybe quick shower, and then he would start on breakfast.
Oh!
I gotta go, guys. I'll be right back.
Knight breaks his bracelet.
Again.
So he burned the toast. Burnt.
Ooh.
The toast is just it's black. It's not salvageable. It's gone. Before he's an early riser. He likes to get his workout done early in the morning. So hopefully that he's going to try to stealthily remove the toast and his breakfast from the eyes of his crewmates before they wake up. But that is Night's morning.
Okay.
Venom, when he usually wakes up, he checks his equipment, makes sure they're, probably in working order. He usually does the quick check of the mechs too, but since they're not in the ship, he just kind of, I guess, assess Rain Man on the with the ship. He notices not burning the breakfast, so he goes ahead and gets an MRE and some coffee.
Okay. So,
What's
great.
that butt smell?
I think there was some crumbs left over in the toaster that just got a little got a little burnt in there. Yeah.
Ugh.
So Rain Man and Venom kind of just during your guys' kind of just check up on the ship. Rain Man, at whatever turn, I'm guessing this is going to be in the cockpit. It's kind of just when where you're viewing everything at. You get a message from Downpour.
Okay. Checking the terminal, reading it.
Yeah. They don't sound too concerned, but they are letting you know that someone tried to hack into the ship and get access to the ship's surveillance system.
Well,
Like the cameras and whatnot. Okay.
Yeah. Nothing was stolen. There was just an attempt. After that one attempt, rest of the night was completely quiet.
Yeah, basically type out a response, and it says, "Did you manage to trace where it came from?"
It traces back. It takes a second. Downpour did get a trace back, but he has to kind of just download a station map to kind of just get a reference of where everything's at, get the names of all the places, and apparently the signal it was bouncing it was disguised, it was bounced around, it was proxied and whatever else, but he managed to trace the source to the abandoned district.
I know we're here. Okay. I look over at Venom and kind of contemplating for a second. Then I'm gonna just pull up a display of the map and highlight the abandoned district. You see that there, Venom?
Yeah, what about it?
That is the source of a hacking trace that went into the ship yesterday.
And you're just yesterday?
I
Like
mean,
when we was all
last
gone?
night.
Oh. How'd you trace it back?
There's a couple that are a little, special touch kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
I just kind of, do like a head tilt kind of thing and press a few buttons, just like saying, "Hey, downpour, show yourself."
The
So
fuck's a downpour?
when you say that, Venom, the terminal that you were probably looking at lights up, and there's this like this electronic emoji looking thing. Like down, I guess Downpour is still developing. They still don't have quite an identity of what they want to look like yet. So you are very much
it's still
seeing,
changing.
yeah, you very much see like this very simplistic, almost like that one AI in ODST, Halo 3 ODST, the superintendent.
Okay.
Kind of just very much face with eyes. Maybe there's a mouth. And they say howdy.
Venom kind of looks at it for a second, looks at Rain Man and says, is this what I think it is?
This is what did I name it? Uh, this is DN-4 Downpour, a custom-made NPH of my own code.
Oh, so it's basically like an unshackled AI? I kind of see the concerned look on Rain Man's face. It's like, dude, I literally ran drugs like a week ago. I don't care.
Okay, well that's fair enough, but yeah, yeah, that's what Downpour is.
Oh, okay. So he's the one who, or it's the one that traced the signal then.
Yep. Let me know about it this morning.
Okay. Oh, okay.
By the way,
is it always
thanks for that,
watching
buddy.
us?
Downpour gives you a little wink.
I mean, I tell him not to be too
Okay.
intrusive, but he just does what he wants.
All right, cool. So we got an AI. Kind of explains a lot.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I may have had him watch Yuki on our way over here. Make him a little paranoid.
I think.
Bastard.
Have you told anybody else about this?
Knight kind of knows, but I think he kind of just brushed it off a little bit. Or he just didn't care.
Or he just doesn't comprehend.
Venom sits there for a second. He says,
Yuki's
probably
not
thought
there.
it was God talking to him. But, Mike. So they tried to hack into the system last night.
Single attempt, yeah.
You want to go get them?
I want to look into it at least, see what's going on, but I'm almost certain it's those Horus boys.
Well,
Which
I mean,
means, yeah, they know we're here.
Yuki's gone out of the ship at this point, right? Okay. I was gonna say Well, whenever Yuki gets back, we can get her and Knight together and discuss it with them.
Sounds good to me.
Because I'm assuming Yuki just dipped, didn't say shit to us, like where she was going or anything. Maybe.
Maybe she
Unless
left.
anybody else is pretty early risers, because Yuki would have gotten up pretty early. Because she wanted to go and take care of securing the tickets.
Okay.
So unless someone's up like pretty early,
Yeah. I was going to say Venom wasn't up that early.
then yeah, probably not. You all probably would have woken up and Yuki would have been gone. So
No note on the countertop or anything like that.
nah, Yuki does not do this.
Well, tell her when she gets back, but fuck, what you gonna do in the meantime?
I don't know.
Am I in on this conversation? Or am I
Oh,
just?
did you come back?
No, you're
from throwing
burning.
out
You're
that
burning
oatmeal?
toast.
No, I mean, like, yeah, I threw away the toast. I guess I'm kind of just mulling about now. So maybe.
Did you burn the
Not-
toast, or did you
Oh, yeah.
scrape the black off of
No,
it?
no, the toast was non-recoverable.
Okay.
I would say that
Carbonized.
Venom would be curious about Downpour. Just, asking general questions like why did Rain Man make it, stuff like that.
Kind of just launch into it about how I made Downpour initially just as like a you guys know about like Waze and whatnot. Actually it's more like a kind of a personal Siri type thing, and I just kept working on it, coding it, and eventually, boom, Downpour felt essentially conscious, sentience.
Oh, okay. What are you planning on doing with it?
Well, he's just kind of an assistant to me right now, so yeah.
Okay.
As far as what I want to do with him, I haven't really thought of that.
I mean, we can mess with Knight with Downpour. That'd be fun. I mean, we got time to kill to wait for Yuki to get back.
That's true.
But no,
Bring it.
I mean,
Bring it on.
just have Downpour coming over the intercom talking to Knight how he keeps burning the food. The god of cooking has spoken. But nah, what do y'all want to do till Yuki gets back? Just kind of wait around.
We probably should. We really just should probably just wait for them to get
Yeah.
back.
Right?
I
Yeah,
don't
so
know.
we'll just
Night
wait for
is
whatever
just, yeah,
Yuki's doing to finish.
work out, sharpen my sword. What are the other things the knight does? I don't know. Philosophize.
Apply fists to faces.
Yeah, applies fists to faces. Yeah.
Well,
We should get a
whenever
punching bag.
I guess whenever until Yuki gets back, Venom just kind of messing around with Downpour, just
Gotcha.
looking at his coding and asking it questions, and maybe get it to mess with Knight a little bit.
Yeah, the knight maybe walking by, seeing, because he knows the emoji face. He's seen it before. He's a little confused the first time, but walking by, he'd be like, recognize, be like, yeah, the electronic creature.
An e-boy, if you will.
Oh,
God. But yeah,
But,
well, they're
yeah,
doing
Knight
that.
literally does not care about Downpour as well. It might as well just be another person on the ship to him, for all he cares.
Well, they're all doing that. Rain Man's just gonna be like busy work on the ship, fixing loose wires, that kind of thing.
Okay.
We're taking care of that stuff. I'm gonna go throw away my trash. I'll be back.
Yeah, so you guys are kind of just keeping yourselves busy, talking with Downpour, doing all that. And then Yuki, you
Oh,
are
yeah.
you are trying to get to the Lawrence Lard before it opens?
Well, if that is what happens, then yes. But I'm waking up. No. Let's say I wake up at like 5, and I leave the ship at 5 to get down there, and then whatever travel time from the ship to there, leaving at 5 or waking up at 5,
Okay. So,
make it easy, and I'll leave it up to you.
yeah.
If I'm there before it opens, great. If I'm not, oh well.
Let's see. So, going into Arizona now. You're definitely beating kind of just morning traffic and all that. As far as whether Lawrence Lard is open or not, it's definitely not.
Okay.
It doesn't. It's you kind of see it does have its schedule posted, kind of just on its door
Right.
and all that. Just it's very much like a noon to midnight kind of store.
Wonderful. Then I headed over to the aging residential area, and I go back to the old lady's house.
Okay. Just
I
not.
mean, unless there's something else.
Glancing in Lawrence Lard, you do see the older gentleman who was working the counter when you first saw Lawrence.
Yeah.
He's currently there setting up shop, getting everything ready for his opening at noon, but
Though I don't see the elderly woman.
no. He is
Okay.
You only see Lawrence inside.
Great. Then I'll head over to the at that point, peeking inside, not seeing the elderly woman, then I'll head over to the aging residential area where that lady's house was.
Okay.
And then I'll
Takes you a bit of time, simply all
Yeah.
the traveling, but yeah, just knocking on her door. She is not present. You kind of wait a couple minutes, kind of just no response.
I look around. I glance around. Are there any cameras about?
There is probably like that doorbell looking camera thing,
Mm-hmm.
but outside of that, nothing too obvious.
Okay. Is there? All right. I'd like to, if possible, use my this thing, and try to see if I can pull data from the camera on as far as when she left.
Okay. So yeah. Pretty.
I can give you a hacker fix roll if you want.
Yeah, let's do that. I mean, whatever's going to happen, you're going to succeed. It's just that this is more of just how much information do you get.
Gotcha.
You don't get a whole lot of information.
Uh-huh.
Kind of just this was a very quick process. You weren't being too careful. Some of the data did get corrupted. But you do gather that at some point in this early morning period, it looks like 2 elderly women came up, knocked on Susan's door. Susan opened. She walked with them. They all got in a car and left.
Fuck. Okay.
So, as you're kind of just standing there, kind of just thinking, contemplating what your next step is going to be,
Yeah.
you hear a howdy, excuse me, and you turn around and it seems to be this elderly gentleman-looking fella walking his dog.
You're like, oh, hello there.
Good morning to
going?
you. Yeah.
Morning to you too.
You a friend of Susan?
I am actually, yes. I was hoping to catch her this morning before she left, but looks like I was too late. You wouldn't happen to know where she went, did you?
Let's see. What is today? Sunday?
Yeah.
Guessing she went to her knitting club.
Oh, thank you so much. Of course. How could I forget? I really appreciate that. And I kind of bow my head a little bit.
He kind of just waves you off and continues to walk his dog.
Great. Did I see which direction the car went?
Let's see. It's probably like a 2-lane road, or however you want to describe it. We'll say like went east or something.
Yeah, I'll start making my way that way.
Okay.
And then at some point, when I'll take a quick glance around, make sure I'm out of eye shot of anyone, and then I'll duck into an alley, activate my invisibility suit, and then keep going, and I'll try to spot
Okay.
maybe I won't go invisible. Maybe I will use my word on the street to see where there's a knitting club.
Yeah, go right ahead.
There we go.
Perfect. So you find like 2 chatty catties kind of just doing the morning exchange, and walking up to them, kind of just engaging in conversation. They talk about how Karen's crazy knitting club is going on, and down the street, kind of just people are having fun. Maybe people are having too much fun.
Ooh.
But yeah, that's apparently kind of just a very typical Sunday thing to do, kind of just in this aging residential district.
Of course. Trying to think if I want to disguise myself before going in.
She already does know what your face looks like.
Probably, yeah. All right, I won't. I'll enter in once I get there.
Okay, so they tell you the way. It seems like this Karen woman, she lives in kind of just maybe one of the more nicer homes. You see a bunch of parked cars kind of just in their driveway. Door is actually wide open, kind of.
Right. I was gonna ask. I was like, I don't know if I should be walking into someone's home. If the door's open, that's an open invitation.
Yeah, the door's open, and you hear like just noise, conversation going on. Taking a glance inside, it very much seems like all these elderly women are just chatting, knitting. Some of their husbands or significant others are nearby, just having their morning drinks, kind of just coffee, Irish coffee, beer, maybe.
Yeah, I'll try to be, if I can, inconspicuous a little bit. I'm not invisible going in, but what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to go in, and if Susan is seated in a way that she can just like catch a glimpse of me, or if her back is to me, then we'll deal with that. But I don't want to like go walk in and be like, "What's up, Susan?" But I'll try to catch her eye.
Okay. So you kind of just peek your head, kind of see kind of just where everyone's sitting. Susan does have her back turned to you, but the host does not. So Karen kind of just takes a glance at you and says, "Oh, hi."
Hello.
And kind of just some heads turn, and
I'm a friend of Karen's, or excuse me, Susan's, and I was just decided to drop by and do some knitting.
Well, any friend of Susan's is a friend of mine, so come on, join us.
I will, and I'll pull up next to Susan.
And just no, there was no look of surprise on Susan's face, and for all intents and purposes, she does give you like, oh hi, friend, kind of just friendly greeting, very, very well behaved, and kind of just, but you don't know if it's sincere or not.
Well, I mean, Yuki's not really being super sincere either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll sit there for a little bit, and then once kind of like the attention has died down from me, knitting, I'll just kind of be like, I'll just kind of just like, just lean over and be like, I think I have something that I need to discuss with you. Knit.
Knit. Kind of just Susan, kind of just taking her time. Appears to be making like some sort of gloves. She says, "Oh, do you now?"
Yep. We as it was so happened, we talked last night.
Yeah, I recall. We had a conversation.
We did.
You were very excited.
I was very excited, as you could tell. But I just want to let you know I made good on my promise.
Wow. Already. And kind of just... She continues kind of just knitting and kind of just says, well, I'm not one to really kind of just mix fun and business. So this is very much something that we can do a bit later.
Great. Give me a time and a place.
And she kind of just says, oh, later time, I'll invite you for dinner.
Wonderful. And then I'll thank you very much. And then I'll knit for like maybe 2 or 3 more minutes and be like, oh, I have to go to the bathroom. And then I'll get up, wander the house, turn invisible, walk out the door, and don't come back.
All right.
It just said you were leaving.
Nope.
What were you knitting?
This is an important question.
Just a square.
Just a square?
Nothing in particular. She was just knitting a square.
Okay.
I've never had knit anything in her life, so whatever she was knitting looked really bad.
All right.
Like she might as well have just been doing overhand knots on a string, and just making like a ball of knots.
Yeah.
Just doing a bunch of half hitches.
Yeah.
All right. So that very much kind of just eats up your morning, and kind of just partially your noon period as well.
Yeah. When I'll go back to the ship. And then upon my eventual return, Yuki looks fucking furious.
Oh, jeez.
She enters silently. And I don't know if Knight has assembled some sort of wait station, but if he has, Yuki will immediately go and start working her frustration out.
Okay.
Get those gains.
All right.
After he's worked off her frustration, she was like, I have to go back at some point later tonight in order to finish the deal and transaction for the tickets. I somehow, at the ass crack of dawn, still did not manage to wake up earlier than a grandma.
Again, you
So I
hear
had
them
to-
laughing in the background.
And then I had to go and fake being her friend at a knitting club.
You got to knit? What an educational experience.
Yuki
Did you
just
make me a
gives-
scarf?
Yuki will, like, she's at the bench press, and she'll move her left hand to the center, and then flip off, and then go back to the pump.
That makes Venom laugh even harder.
You people need to be more open to life building experiences.
All right, do you guys have any? Do you guys brainstorm any ideas for what we're gonna do for this concert?
Well, speaking of the concert, I lean on the doorframe. Those horse boys know we're here.
Oh, do they?
We got
How do we know?
I got a ping on a hack that traces back to the abandoned district. Who do we know that frequents the abandoned district?
That is interesting and
Yeah, it is.
concerning. Do we want to?
Do we want to blow our cover now and go check it out, or do we want to wait 3 days and go for the Simp concert?
Well, would it be blowing our cover if they already have tried to infiltrate us once?
Yeah, they could just be doing checking all the. I mean, like they didn't get a successful hack.
But yeah, how accurate is your trace? Do you have? Are we talking like anywhere in the abandoned district, or do you get like the IP kind of thing? Like, can you pinpoint where in the abandoned district? You got it.
Downpour, what do you got? I said it out loud.
Okay. Glancing over the information, a wall terminal close to your guys' conversation pops up, displays a map of the abandoned district, and it tries to pinpoint the exact location, but all you really get is probably like the south quadrant of the abandoned districts, which is still a rather large area.
I mean, this is just a group decision at this point. We could go.
Well, if we do go, it'd probably be better to go into civilian clothes instead of our, standard uniform.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
We could go. We could check it out. What do we think about that? Pros and cons. Pros, if we go now and locate that and we manage to find it, we'll probably be dealing with a lot less number of people. Cons, we don't know if that's the full extent of the cell. Whereas we might see more, if not all of it, at the concert.
Pros,
So
we have something to do today, and maybe I can get in a fight.
That is a big pro.
Another con.
Mm-hmm.
We blow our cover for the event.
That's true.
Fight will be a last resort.
If we go and do not successfully do whatever it is that we do, they will know us.
Mhm.
And if we try to show our faces at the concert, all hell will break loose. Probably.
I mean,
Maybe.
that just makes it more fun.
One way to look at it.
But in all seriousness, though, like if we do go and kind of try to blend in a little bit better, we could get a layout of what we're actually dealing with. And like you said, there's probably less people there, so we have less likely of a chance to get caught.
It's true.
Another food for thought. We don't know how common it is for people, let alone a group of 4 people, to be roaming the abandoned district at all, period. And then also, if that is the main headquarters of the Horus cell, we can almost guarantee that the whole place is being surveilled.
That is true.
Especially if there's no other good reason to be there.
Right, because it's an abandoned district. Like, why? What? We don't know. What reason would the common citizen of Arizona have for being down there? Probably no reason. I mean, gosh, I'm super split on this. We could get a head start, but at the same time, it'd be a pretty hefty risk.
Brock, would my black market contact from Swan Station have any contacts over here by
You
chance?
you can definitely try. There 100% is probably a larger black market network, kind of just within Balgun. But whether your contact has a contact within that network, that's a bit iffy.
I would like to try and just see
Okay.
if he knows somebody that can potentially get us in, or at least give us like a layout of what we're dealing with.
Okay.
Maybe.
Do you remember your contact or?
Yeah, he was a dog.
He got that dog in him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I wrote that down because I had a feeling it would come back up.
So this dog, it does. So how exactly are you getting in contact with him? Just sending him a message, or?
Yeah, just kind of sending him a message. Just kind of being discreet about it. I'm not saying, hey, I need a black market contact over here where I'm at.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. So message has been sent. At the very least, it will take a while for you to get a response back, though.
Okay. I kind of inform, the others, that I might have a contact who has a contact here. And hopefully he'll get back with us soon.
I could where would be a I could go try to get a lay of the land in the sense of hearing what the common people are talking about the abandoned district. But I wouldn't even need to go there to do that. I could just go walk around and just listen. Kind of get the word on the street. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, if you got roll like you did last time, yeah, that'd be perfect.
Yeah, I'll try to do that.
Okay.
I don't know if in the shipyard would be the best place to try to get the word on the street for the abandoned district. Oh! How long, how much of a travel is it to the train terminal from the shipyard, or the spaceport, rather?
Train terminal to where?
Wherever we are, whether it be, are we in the shipyard or the spaceport? I don't.
You guys are at the spaceport.
Spaceport, great. Yeah, spaceport to train terminal. How long would that take?
It would be maybe an hour.
And it's early afternoon right now?
Pretty much.
All right, I'll turn to the others. I'll be like, okay, if you guys want to give me a few hours, I can go kind of get I'm just going to kind of go hear what the general population is saying about the abandoned district. I have a plan to meet with my contact tonight to do the transaction and get the tickets. So today will be kind of wasted, unfortunately. But tomorrow we could still go and scout the abandoned district depending on the information I turn up. But I'll still go through the transaction tonight. And then if we end up not deciding to go to the abandoned district, then we'll still have our cover integrity for the concert in I guess 2 days now. Does that sound good with everyone?
Yep.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Then I will head on down to the train terminal. And I'll try to get a word on the street at the train terminal because I figured there's a lot of people from a lot of different places going through all of Arizona at the train terminal. I'll try to get the word on the street to see if I can hear anything specifically about the abandoned district.
Okay. Yeah. So, kind of just sitting at the train terminal, everyone going by, going about their day, listening in on conversations. It is definitely a topic that people discuss about. From the sound of things, teens like to use it as a rendezvous of sorts, and kind of scrapyard workers, kind of from what you can overhear, they complain about how no one's doing anything about it, and that on occasion they hear very loud music coming from it. But as far as specifics and kind of just if anyone is doing business in there, you don't really gather that much intel. But it's definitely something. It is a novelty of sorts among the populace.
Okay. So, gathering what I've heard, it wouldn't be too uncommon for people to wander through it then.
Not terribly, no.
Okay.
Might get chewed out by security if you get caught, but people do it anyways.
I'll return to the ship.
All right. And as kind of just some time passes by, Venom, you do get a message from Dog. Kind of just saying, "Oh, do you want to meet with Fish?"
Sure.
Kind of just, again, kind of just have to wait a bit for a response to come back, and you are given this Fish fellow, their contact information. Seems to be a, from what you gather, seems to be a spaceport kind of just operator, kind of just customs agent.
All right. Let's see. Let's see. While Yuki left, would you allow me to go try to find us some like a two-way radio type thing I can get for everybody? I know it's in the equipment page, but
if you want to go make that your to-do thing, then yeah, go right ahead. Kind of just you get short range kind of just communications for everyone.
yeah, I think it might not be a bad idea. Or help, like, will we be able to talk to each other? I'm not assuming like all the way across the spaceship, but or the station, but
I would say that you are able to. There is a bit of range. You are able to talk kind of. If someone was on the other end of the colony, yeah, you would be able to talk to them as long as it was like an open environment and all that.
Okay.
As far as like anything further, like this, whatever you're grabbing, it's not meant for kind of just traveling through space or kind of just for long range planetary communication. It's very much like if they're in range, if they are in an open environment, they are able to hear you.
Okay. I'll run it by Rain Man because he's our sugar daddy at the moment. And see if he'd be willing to pay.
I'm gonna have to roll to see if I have any spare mana on hand for that, I guess.
Sure, okay.
Because that 10k was pretty much all I got.
Oh, was it?
Fuck. Nope.
Okay.
You
Well,
have
okay.
7 mana on you.
Oh, okay.
We'll say
Sorry.
Well, I basically give him the 7, and it's like, hopefully that'll cover it.
All right. Well, I guess while Yuki was gone doing that, Venom was gone looking for the our two-way radios and stuff.
yeah. So so your options basically end up being GMS, sponsors of Union, owned by Union and all that. They offer kind of just radios on hand. Very short range, very much designed to be kids' toys kind of deal, but serviceable if you want to use those. But kind of just, there are some more luxury items, kind of just more, let's see, we'll say there's like a North Star, kind of just very rugged, very sturdy radio set. The Harrison store kind of just offers kind of just this very futuristic, kind of just has a lot of Swiss Army knife style. There's a bunch of tools built into it. And then SSC, very simple, very elegant design. Very much a flavor reform kind of deal with them.
Okay, about how much would they run
Let's see.
a piece?
The Harrison and the North Star for 1 mana gets you 1 radio. For SSC, 2 mana gets you 1 radio. And then the GMS kind of just standard kids toys model, they're free. You don't need to pay anything.
Okay, I think I'll get the 4 of the 1 mana ones then.
Okay. All North Star, all Harrison.
One of those was the more sturdy one, right?
The sturdy one that can take a pounding is the North Star. The one that has some like additional functions and tools is the Harrison.
Okay, get the North Star then.
All right, 4 North Star radios for the party.
And hey,
New
got 3
equipment.
mana left still.
Exactly.
What a steal.
And he comes back to the ship. I guess that's when he gets his reply from Dog, and he starts handing the radios out. And Yuki's radio, he leaves a little note saying, here's a way to contact us if you need it, if we're gone or something.
Let's see, where should we add that? Or just, remember it. Okay.
Yeah.
And he gives the remaining mana back to Rain Man.
Wow.
Doesn't try to pocket it.
Nope. When I give
feeling
it back to him, I
generous.
said, when I look at Rain Man, I said, at least it wasn't 10,000.
Damn right.
It was just 4.
Yeah. I'm gonna be passing off 1 mana each to both Rain Man and Knight here, or not Venom and Knight,
Sweet.
and keeping the last one for myself just in case we need it.
Cool. I'll use the well.
As far as all that was going on, what I want to do is I want to try to get in contact with Captain Ota.
Okay. Like, how so? Like, are you going to the North Star offices? Are you
No,
trying?
I'm going to be going to the Omni Hook in the Raven to call to the trunk office to see if I can't see if she's available for a later time.
Okay. You do meet with a like this ComCon automated secretary type of deal. Kind of just very much a leave a message after the beep kind of vibe. And from what you gather is Captain Noda is currently unavailable. The ComCon unit does express that her evening is free if you wish to schedule a meeting. But if you simply just want to leave a message or give her a call, kind of just all that is free to you to decide.
I will be leaving her a message detailing that I would like to set up a further contact to discuss more details regarding our little deal.
Okay. Message sent. We'll get a reply eventually.
Yeah.
During all this
What are
time.
you doing during all this night? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to ask the exact same thing.
That's a great question because I don't really know.
You don't know.
It seems like I don't know. Everyone's got kind of something going on at the moment, and I'm kind of just
okay.
The muscle is standing by, so we're.
But how is the muscle feeling? Kind of just all this information is being thrown at him. Open contract to hunt down the 3 dead kings. I feel like there's something going on there.
There is. He's a this is his opportunity finally, to find this group after all these years, but not being able to squish them literally is a legitimate moral conflict in his mind, or conflict of interest between helping the party and following orders and revenge. So it's tough. It's tough. There's a lot of deep thought going in, revolving around what Knight wants to do here. I don't know. Maybe he just goes for a walk. Thinks things over. Because it's just it's kind of like dang. Oh, it sucks. He's probably gonna kill him anyways. Not gonna lie, but
gotcha. And you're going for a walk?
Yeah, I'm going. Knight. He's a very whenever he doesn't want to, whenever he's not killing something or trying to kill something, Knight's a peaceful guy. He's a big dude, but he's a peaceful guy. He's going for a walk. Maybe I can see out there in our reference photo we've got. There's a nice lake. Maybe he's just kind of just
kind of
walking around.
Finds a park and kind of just takes the time to.
Yeah, he really thinks about the situation. And during his peaceful walk, just thinks about like how he would literally tear the head off of the leader of the 3 Dead Kings given the opportunity.
Gotcha.
So, there's a little bit of a contrast between his outward appearance and his internal process, but yeah, I don't know. Since no objective really, just Knight goes for a walk.
Okay, so very much you take your time, kind of just enjoying this walk, kind of just having all these thoughts in your head.
Pretty much, yeah.
So kind of just. Would you say that Knight loses track of time at all, or no?
Knight 100% would lose track of time, especially since the team pretty much said that today was was a whatever day. So the second he heard that, he was just like, well, I'll take my sweet time. my cooking skills aren't appreciated. I don't need to be back anytime soon.
Gotcha. All right.
Did you go on your walk before or after I gave you the radio?
I would say after you get, because since we were waiting for Yuki to get back and all that stuff to kind of make a plan, and then that all this stuff happened, I'd say yeah, I've got my radio on.
Okay.
All right, perfect.
Knight's not one to really dress down either. You know, he's got his one outfit and that's it. So he's still like in full gear with sword on his back, helmet on, radio strapped to his chest. But you know, he's just walking through the park, you know, peacefully.
Okay. So that changes some things.
Oh, jeez.
Kind of just walking in the park, seeing this behemoth of a man just armored and just ready for action at a moment's
Crouched
notice.
and looking at the flowers, maybe feeding some ducks.
Yeah. Very friendly giant sort of vibe, but
Yeah.
still makes a couple folks nervous. So they very much give you a large berth kind of just whenever you're walking. And then kind of just very much all eyes on you at a moment.
Yeah. You know, Knight just, you know, while he does have the capability to read a situation, he's still just you know, he's you know, if someone like looks at him while he's walking by, he's just wave, you know, afternoon,
Yeah.
you know, just he's just very generally friendly going about the day, you know.
Yes, some people express that same friendliness. It's mostly kind of just naive little kids and maybe some kind of just lonely older folks. But for the most part, it's very much more nervous glances. Just, hey, how's it going? Kind of just deal.
Yeah. And then yeah, just hang out. You know, I've got 1 mana to my name. You know, the world really is my oyster right now. So
Exactly.
yeah. Just really, yeah. Night just kind of spends the day, I'd say, yeah, just wandering the station. Objectiveless, you know.
All right.
So, he'll be back at some point, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe maybe I'll pick up some ingredients somewhere. Try to cook something cool when I get back.
All right.
Hey, Vince.
Yeah. So.
But where's Knight?
That's a great question. I would have said that you know, maybe before going out, if Venom was like working on something after getting my radio. I mean, of course y'all could also just radio me, but Knight would have just been like, I'm going out. Bye. Just go off the ship.
Knight's getting kidnapped.
He has this one out, you know. Knight has this one outfit, you know. That's the funny thing, because that's another thing he was thinking about, because y'all started talking about going to the abandoned district in civilian clothes, and he was like, shoot, I have my uniform and my sword and my helmet. Maybe I should go. You know, maybe if he sees some clothes on his, you know, his journey, maybe he'll make some purchases.
Gotcha. Okay.
Or you know, maybe just find some regular old civilian clothes while he's out.
Mm-hmm. All right. So that's how pretty much the rest of you kind of spend the rest of your day. Those of you with ongoing business. Yuki, it's kind of just getting closer and closer to that dinner time.
Yeah. Once I kind of gleaned all the information I would have gotten from the train station, I would have started to head back
to the ship.
The ship. The goal in mind, getting there like late afternoon.
Okay.
And then at that point would just be awaiting dinner.
Gotcha. Okay. So in that case, kind of just Rain Man, Venom.
Mm-hmm.
Both of you get your messages. So
All right.
Captain Oda expresses to you, Rain Man, that thank you for reaching out to me. If you want to discuss more details, I'll be your contact. Kind of just gives you kind of just her, kind of just a different phone number, a different address, kind of sort of thing. Very much, this is her personal contact information.
Ooh.
All right.
Let's see, and then Venom, you get a message from Fish, just saying, "So we got business, or how can I help you?"
Yeah, he replies if there's any underground work you could do.
Let's
I
see.
guess would be the right word, or black market work.
Gotcha. And it is. You get a very simple reply back, Brain or Brawn.
I've got the brain, but I can bring some brawn.
Okay.
I enjoyed that. Might cheer not up.
Let's see. Um. You get Fish replies back. I'll be in touch.
Sounds good.
So, and then Night kind of just very much spending your kind of just afternoon in the park, getting later. Kind of just some people have started heading home. Park is very much more empty. At this point, are you making your way back?
Yeah, I guess once Knight checks back into reality, he'll just be like, "Oh, he's getting hungry, and it's hard. It's hard for him to become dismayed and lose inspiration. So he's after really taking some time, for himself today. Having a nice peaceful day. He's ready to go back and give dinner a shot.
Okay. So
Yeah, I'd say I'm walking back now.
Gotcha.
At a leisurely pace, no, not taking taxis or anything, just enjoying his little night walk back. night walk.
Night is taking a night walk.
Exactly. Beautiful. Kind of just as you're taking this walk, kind of just thoughts kind of just settle, kind of just have better awareness kind of just around you. You kind of just get this feeling, this sixth sense kind of just, and maybe you're being watched.
I knew it.
Oh boy. Well, Knight will definitely categorize this feeling, and he, of course, we want to, he'll try to raise his awareness, pay attention to his surroundings, but, I guess on his way back, he'd try to pick his path back tactfully, try to stay in open areas, not rounding many corners, just but be aware, but not really alter his actions. He's still just going to head back. Not radioing for help just yet.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, these when I doing just a cursory glance, around, I have unfortunately no skill triggers to figure out where this person is, but do I?
You can still roll a
any
d20.
Yeah, let's see if I can roll a d20 and see if I can get an inkling of where this person is.
Big money, yeah.
So
I may not be able to cook.
take a glance about, kind of just you're very much kind of just, as I said, kind of just afternoon has passed, kind of just people are heading home, getting things ready for the evening. Not a whole lot of people are looking your way, and kind of just they're minding their own business. So it's not a person that's looking at you. You kind of just see what appears to be this very humanoid-esque. You've seen a number of them before. Some of them are actually even scattered among kind of just the general populace. Kind of just these humanoid-like droids that kind of just do business, do chores, and whatever else. One of them seems to be following you.
Is there as I'm walking back, is there a park bench I can sit down on?
Yeah.
How many like paces am I ahead of this droid? How intently are they following me?
You are definitely walking faster than them, so they are lagging behind, but they have been persistent in following you.
I'm gonna and kind of like if I can find a open, well lit area of the park that has a bench somewhere to sit, maybe like a fountain, some sort of like feature, in the park. Knight's just gonna prop himself up there and just wait for the droid to catch up.
Okay. So, kind of just it waddles in your direction, and you kind of just watch as its like chest cavity opens up, kind of just produces a package of sorts.
Oh.
And kind of just directs it towards you.
Does the droid have any markings on it? Any logos? Any sort of inclination as to where it was sent from? What it's operating under?
The droid is very much a North Star brand. You do see kind of logo wear, kind of just in the name kind of just plastered on it. Kind of just seems to be just your standard labor bot. Kind of just nothing too fancy.
All right, I'll I mean, a read a situation doesn't really work. You can't look for subtext, motives, or threats in a robot. But I guess I'll just kind of warily, just be like, thanks, thank you. I'll just take the package and can do these droids speak? Does it have a message? Like, oh yeah, your Knight will just be like, any message is context.
Let's see. So kind of just it does have eyes, no real mouthpiece to speak, no speaker. It just flashes green 3 times, does like a tips fedora type of kind of expression,
My lady.
and walks off. It seems like it delivered its package. It views it as mission success.
Just writing that down real quick.
Got rizzed up by a droid.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, Knight's honestly, he's just in awe of what just happened, really. Does the package have any markings on it at all?
Is
it fully wrapped, or can I see what it is?
It is. It's like an envelope letter looking thing. It has your name listed on it.
Call sign or name?
Name.
Oh. Okay.
Yep, it 100% says for Mick O'Malley.
All right. Well, since Knight's already seated and chilling out here, he's just gonna open it up right then and there. Just you know, maybe continue his walk back. If it's more of a package, you know, sit down and open it and examine the interior. But if it's just a letter or an envelope, that's something he can examine while he's continuing his walk back.
Okay.
But yeah, he'll open it here and now.
All right. There are 2 items within this envelope. First is a letter. The second is a key. The letter has 4 words on it. Silence improves musical performance.
My silence improves musical performance.
Yep.
Okay, and that's all?
Yep, that's all the letter says.
Does the key have any markings?
It has the number 23 on it.
Oh shit. That's us.
All right. Well, 23, Knight already knows, seems to be a number that's heavily associated with him and his group. So yeah, that's important. Silence improves musical performance. A riddle.
A thinker, perfect for Knight.
Yeah. You know. There's surely, you know, there's a reason all these, you know, all for the shadow government that's like working with us or whatever keeps reaching out to me. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, Knight'll just, you know, pocket the letter, take the key, and, you know, continue on his merry way home. Just, you know, there's not much he can do. I guess, you know, he actually, what he's doing while he's sitting down, he's like, what would the group do in this situation? And he's like, well, Yuki would probably follow the robot back and then kill whoever sent it. Let's see. Venom would probably take apart the robot or something. I don't know. And then I'm not really sure what Rain Man would do. I'm not gonna lie. He'd probably go back. And he's gonna weigh his options. And he'll be like, I think I'm just gonna head back. Yeah, I'm hungry.
Attaboy.
I've got the package. The robot seemed happy. I doubt it meant any. I doubt it following it back would give me anything. So he's gonna take the information and just head back to the party.
All right. So kind of just ship crew, kind of just you all assembled together. It's getting closer and closer to evening. What is the plan?
Well,
I will share my because I imagine I'm back before night.
Yes.
Yeah, so when I get back, I'll share my albeit limited information that I gathered. I'll just get back and be like, I got some information about the abandoned district. I've heard that it's a place where teens gather to get up to their nefarious teen activities. People have heard about loud music coming from the district. Construction workers have complained about it because there's nothing going on there. Representatives are complaining because there's no plans to fix it up. Ultimately, what I gathered is that it might not be wholly uncommon for people to be wandering through it. Granted, if we don't get caught by whatever security the place has, which I think we can manage. I think ultimately what it comes down to is if we do want to go in there, we have to go in assuming they know our faces. Even if the hack on our ship was unsuccessful, who knows what they have access to and who knows what they know, so that we have to assume that they know everything, right? If we want to go prematurely tomorrow. Or we could go tonight. A night infiltration. Up to you guys. I am. Watch it. Be like, I am expected tonight for dinner to complete the transaction for the tickets. I'm going to go through with that. Regardless on what we decide, we always have that as an option. But yeah, and then be like, "Where's Knight?"
All right. Yeah, I guess I'll waltz in at this point. Like, hey,
Hey.
got everyone's back. It was, I had a nice little walk. Did some introspection. Really thought about my place in the world, and our upcoming tasks. That's not really important, not gonna lie. Anyways, so I met a robot, which normally would not be all too unusual, but the robot was following me, so that is what made it unusual. So I decided to let it catch up, and it insane charisma on this robot, really. Just really was just he he was doing a good job. I wish I could have given him a tip, but he gave me a package, which was had my name on it. Didn't have a would not call sign or anything. Full legal name, and so I figured this actually this might have something to do with what we've got going up, because we've got a letter. The letter inside said silence improves musical performance, and I was also given this key. It came with this key, and it's got it's got a 23 on it. I can't think of anything that we could unlock with this key. I'm gonna hold on to it though, and it surely this has something to do with the concert we're going to. Silence improves musical performance. Either this guy, whoever sent us this letter, hates the band we're going to see, or
Simp.
yeah. Oh, whoa! Okay, I actually just caught on to that.
What'd you catch on to?
Silence and improved musical performance. SIMP.
Yeah.
There you go.
Huh.
Okay.
Bravo to the GM for that one.
This is why we operate as a team. You guys, there we go. Good work. I get the letters, y'all decipher them. Great stuff, guys. Silence improves musical performance. What do we? Okay, so it's a letter from Simp, you think?
I mean,
Why would they be reaching out to us? Why do we have? I think
they are letting us know that they know who we are.
the robot seemed very friendly.
Okay. That's okay.
What if the robot was Simp?
Knight, I think you contributed a lot to this conversation, but I think your intellect is so far beyond what we have. Maybe to keep it grounded, you should keep your mouth shut.
Christ. Jesus. I may not always have the the most galaxy brain thing to say, but geez, okay, I just come back with
I'm saying your intellect is so far beyond ours that we can't keep up.
It's really kind of you to think that that I have the mind of a rock, that I don't understand sarcasm. I really appreciate that.
I don't know what you're talking about. You truly are the smartest one in the group. Flash me, I am gaslighting you.
Okay.
You were very mean.
So what I'm gathering from this is this key, it's got to be
It has to go to something
probably
in
the
the
abandoned district.
Yes.
Yeah,
It might be a back door in or something.
possibly.
You guys want to go and check it out tonight then?
We can.
We could.
I
I'm almost
mean,
wondering if we should, though. You know,
I'm kind of thinking the only way we could get a more direct, like, come here thing is like a call saying, get your ass to the abandoned district somehow.
I think, well, with the way things have been going, I don't think there's any hostility. Not yet, you know. And I
Maybe
feel
this
like
is an invitation.
Maybe.
that's the vibe I'm getting from this, you know, from my understanding is like maybe we really do just wait for the concert, you know. Nothing's, you know, I don't think we're not in a rush. There's no reason to go and, you know, push buttons of these people. We're going to be blending in better if we go when we know there's going to be a larger population there. You know, we already stand out like a sore thumb. We might as well go when there's going to be others there. I legitimately think this is something we should sit on and go. We don't jump the gun. We don't, and I don't know. I don't think we should go tonight.
Fair enough.
What do you think, Yuki?
If we do send we send Yuki, but in all stealthy.
Yeah. I don't disagree with what Knight is saying, but at the same time, I think them reaching out to us like this with a key with our Lancer team's number on it, that is.
I'm very curious as well. I mean, we still barely remember or understand our whole reason where our squad exists. So,
I mean, the key could be from Marty as well.
That's true.
it could.
Is that your new contact here?
That's
No,
our
Marty's
handler guy. Remember?
Yeah.
Agent Marty.
Don't remember
Nope.
that guy for sure.
I forget where that was in. I'm pretty sure I wrote that in my notes.
It's in
Yeah,
references.
Marty. Yeah. That's the guy who was on the self-destructing DVD, who told us, you know, like our real mission with where, you know, there's going to
that
be a
guy.
cataclysmic event at the start of 5024.
Gotcha. Okay. That guy.
And that's our sim, just to rehash old info.
Oh, you know what?
Our sim was the only chance of success with a 23% chance of success.
Right. You know what? Maybe this is.
So this should be our this key, personally, I think is now our highest priority.
I think it's very clear that it is. I don't disagree with you on that. I'm just trying to think of the best course of action. What if, like, you know, what is this key open? when we look at the key, Yetter, what size lock does it unlock? Is it like a safe size, a padlock size?
Yeah, that's important.
A building,
Is it
like a house key size?
Is it more of a traditional key as we would think of a key, or is it more of like a digital key, some sort of like
keypad, or like a hotel room key, kind of like a card key or a key card?
It is perhaps the size of like a standard hotel kind of just credit card kind of just looking object, but it very much has the curved, sharp edges of a very traditional key.
Now, is this something common that we would have seen before, or is this like a very unique looking key?
It's a bit of both. It's a very common sort of key, kind of just way of access. It very much opens the locks within the Lancer universe. But with how futuristic the setting is, there's a lot of people do rely on just simple password, automatic, and facial kind of just other security measures rather than just simple keys.
Okay. Would this, kind of going back to my initial question, would this be like a building key or would this be like a safe key?
It is perhaps the a door key of some sort.
A door key.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a better way to put it. Okay. Great. With that information in mind,
with everything we've been given, this is wherever the venue is for the concert. That's, I guarantee that this key unlocks something there. Gotta. We've been given a big red X that is simp.
right. So I still have to meet with my contact tonight to get tickets to the show. Now this is a crazy idea. Do I bring the key and present it to my contact and see what they have to say about it? Or do I keep that on the down low?
I think it'd be better to keep that on the.
I think it's better to
think
keep on the
so.
down low, especially if it
Down low.
was
I think
if it
so.
was more just associated with simp and just simp, then I'd say maybe bring it up with her. But since it has something to do with the 23% and our purposes, our goals, there's something bigger going on here than I think that is just simp. Unless simp is bigger than we think as well. Also, just putting this out there before, just while I have a chance to say it, I do want to, for myself, just tonight, since Alana's over, I want to be able to hang out with her a little bit more before she has to take off. So, like, hard cutoff for me for this session is going to have to be, 9:45. I can push it to 10 if we're in the middle of something, but it would help me out a lot if we could call it at 9:45.
That's not a problem.
All right.
Cool.
Sure.
Venom and Rayman, what do y'all think about this key? What are your initial thoughts?
It
Really not sure.
sound...
I mean, I'm thinking it's coming from Marty. The way he operates, very vague with everything.
Yeah, but did Marty imply that he knew what the horse, like who the Horsa was? Because if he already had that information, wouldn't he have given it to us that information when he assigned us this mission?
Aside from that, though, I mean, at this with how with how they've been operating thus far, there's no way they don't know what we're doing and what we've learned. We're 100% being watched and monitored, considering we're basically all HVTs for this, for Marty's purposes, so there's no way they don't know what we don't know or what we know. This was probably more so than him knowing this information already. It was a push in the right direction of what we do know, and then also delivering an asset to us.
Do you think it was just like a confirmation?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So assuming it was from Marty, do we think that this key? I'm thinking that this key accesses possibly their main headquarter building in the district. I mean, I think it's definitely related to the concert, of course, because it's SIMP SEMP, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think the key has anything to do with the locale of the concert itself, because the concert is probably not going to be in where the main cell headquarters is located. That just wouldn't make sense to me. the concert is going to be away from that. So I think that we can utilize this. We can go to the concert. So let's just say that we don't go early. Let's just say we go to the concert, and that's going to be our first contact.
Yeah.
We go to the concert. We study faces. We look for anyone who seems important in the crowd. We also utilize that time as a distraction to try to find what this key opens in that district.
That works for me.
We can refine it as we need. But I think keeping a low profile best as possible until the concert might be our best bet. Sorry, Knight. I know you're fiending for a fight, but I think because I think in normal circumstances during concerts, because it seems like this is a routine thing, the concerts, or at least it's maybe not routine, but it's a recurring thing. I think that maybe the cell's defenses and might be lowered, their guard might be lowered during concerts because they might just be going out to enjoy the concert itself. I think normally. But if they are wise to us, then it's probably going to be heightened during the concert. Right? Just something to think about. I'm just thinking out loud at this point. Is it dinner time yet?
Very much getting close. Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna be like, all right, guys. I'm gonna go meet my contact and secure our tickets. If you guys want to continue brainstorming, please do so, and I'll step out.
Do you take the radio with you?
Yeah, I'll take a radio with me.
Right.
Thanks for the radio. And now that I'm stepping off the ship.
Not a problem.
So what about while Yuki is running off to meet with her contact, what are the rest of you doing?
What
Well,
time does that zoo close?
it's dinner time. So
Third time's a charm?
Surely it can't be worse.
this is the one. I have a good feeling.
What ingredients did you pick up?
Oh, yeah, let's say, so it's while I was on my walk, you know, maybe from inside my, you know, my coat, I bring out a duck.
Okay.
Stole a duck.
Face duck.
From when I was feeding out the duck. So we're having duck tonight.
Pulls out a giant sword.
I asked Knight where he got the duck. Is it still alive or is it dead?
The duck is not alive.
Okay.
If I can do all this, yeah, dude.
I mean, if you want a dead duck, I'll give you a dead duck.
I have a dead duck.
All right.
Now, my question is, did you kill the duck yourself, or did you put it in the coat alive, and when you took it out, it was dead?
Knight is he's respectful. He understands, you know, the hunt. You know, he doesn't want to cause an animal suffering or pain. While he's feeding ducks, he just picked up the duck, broke his neck, and put it in its coat.
Hell yeah.
So yeah. So anyways, anyways, yeah, duck. We're having some let's say Knight's gonna fry it up, fried duck. You know, we'll make it from there. You know, he's a goes through the cleaning process with his knives and swords. You know, lays out a
Sword.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I asked
Hey.
Knight if I can help in any way.
Absolutely, absolutely. Happy to have it. Me and Venom go through the cleaning and cooking process. Does that mean I get an accuracy, mayhaps, on this cooking roll?
Sure.
Here we go. Here we go.
Surely. Okay.
Ooh.
Wow.
It's good. We're having some fried duck over rice. You know, some rice, fried duck and rice. That's what we're having. Simple meal, but good, very good.
All right. So while the three of you partake in your dinner, Yuki, you arrive at Susan's. Yeah, just waltzing right in, giving the door knock, kind of just what's the plan?
Knock on the door.
Knock on the door. All right. This time Susan does answer and says, "Oh, evening."
Good evening. Believe we had an arrangement.
Yeah.
All right.
She kind of just looks you up and down for a second. Kind of just lets you through if you walk inside.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, kind of just motions you to what appears like a very simple kind of just dining table. I just there's, we'll say you're having there's some ham, some mash, kind of just nothing crazy, and just
but edible,
yeah.
which is what the past few days have not been.
Yeah. So it's
It's
a
an
very
welcome change.
Yeah.
Yeah, you missed out tonight.
I missed out on that.
Doesn't matter. Yuki doesn't know.
Yeah. So
True.
she.
Oh, she's gonna know.
Yeah, so Susan is kind of just doing some grabbing some like last minute kind of just some veggies from the kitchen. Says, "Are you want it here, or are you gonna take it to go for your friends?"
I'll eat here.
Okay. Yeah, just
What do you know about my friends?
there's 4 of you. You got a ship. That's all I've been told.
Who's telling you all this?
The network.
Well, that sounds so cool. I'm sorry. I'm just like you said, I'm a little excited.
Yeah. And just Susan kind of just goes on to eating her dinner.
I'll eat as well.
Yeah.
As I'm kind of nearing the end, I'll be like, all right. So how much do I owe you again?
10,000.
All right. I think that's what we agreed upon. Wanted to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
I will present the 10,000 mana.
She takes it. She goes and gives you kind of just an envelope.
Take the envelope. I'll open it.
Yeah. And there you see a very similar looking key. This one, though, has like the number 20 on it.
Very cool. So this will get us in.
Yeah.
Awesome. Can't wait. Well, thank you very much. I'll stand up. I'll extend my hand for a handshake.
Yeah, she goes to shake your hand.
Wonderful. And your name was Susan, correct?
Yes.
Nice to meet you, Susan.
And just gives you a nod.
What is she like? Wary,
There's
guarded,
very much a lack of energy coming from her.
lack of energy.
Yeah, so Susan earlier that you met, she was kind of just like happy-go-lucky, or not really that. More of just
But more upbeat.
More upbeat, kind of just surrounded by friends and kind of just all that. Whereas right now, the day has passed. She's eating with a stranger, doing business. Like there's.
So the facade has fallen.
I would
or
say
is it not.
It's there. There is definitely something lacking from earlier.
Could I try to roll and just kind of do like an insight type thing to try to just kind of glean from her what might be going on?
Okay, go ahead.
Does spot apply to this? It says spot details, objects or people that are hidden or difficult to make out. I think it's definitely more geared towards physical items.
I'll allow it in this instance.
Okay. I mean, I don't want to like manipulate the system, but that's the closest thing I would have. Or I could. No, word on the street's probably a bit more of a stretch.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I mean, take a good look at her. She doesn't look any different.
Okay. All right.
She just doesn't have the energy.
Sounds good. All right. Well, thank you very much. And then I'll kind of bow my head a little bit, and then exit.
All right.
Once again, I'll walk a little ways, glance around, make sure I'm out of eye shot. And since I'm kind of creeped out by the being like, learning that they have kind of somehow kept eyes on us, I'll duck into an alley, turn invisible, and then I'll stay invisible my entire way back.
Okay. So kind of just on your way back, Yuki, kind of just, you're wary. You're kind of just on edge. Definitely taking the precaution to kind of just going about your way. That kind of, that feeling that you had from earlier, kind of just how everything was off, that feeling that there's eyes on you, it doesn't go away.
And I try and spot what might be keeping eyes on me.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay. 14.
14. So, kind of just going about your way, going down your paths. There's no one around, or there's people around, but it's very much like late night workers, people getting ready for the late shift, people heading home and all that. I mean, you're invisible, so they can't see you, but every time you kind of just go down an alleyway, every time you kind of just go down a new street, take a new path, those labor bots that, again, you see them kind of just, they're going about doing their business. Whenever you go to like kind of just a new area, every time you take a new road, one always turns its heads toward you.
God, that's fucking creepy. I'm going to approach one.
Okay.
That turned its head towards me. And I'm going to, again, using my hacking thing, implants, I'm going to try to hack into it and just see where I just kind of glean information. Where's what might be controlling it? Where is it sending the information to? Just whatever. See what I can find,
Okay.
if you'll allow.
I'll allow, but going up that this is would very going to hack one of these things unless you seclude one. It's going to be very obvious. Like, oh shit, that there's something going on with that robot. It's being hacked.
Okay, then yeah, I'll seclude it then.
Okay. So that easily allow. I'll easily allow. Kind of just seclude a robot. Kind of just go about doing your business. It doesn't fight back or anything. It does seem to like it resists you to an extent because there was we'll say like it was moving boxes or something. Like it was there to perform a task. You are interrupting its task. So now its programming is kind of just a little kind of just on edge.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of just you go investigate, kind of just hacking away. For all intents and purposes, it's a very simple kind of just labor bot. It was hired. It was a program to do some manual labor, heavy lifting. Glancing about through the files, glancing about through program, the author, and all that. Only thing you really catch is this kind of just recording surveillance program that doesn't seem to match the ID of the original North Star author.
I'll copy its ID.
Yeah. So it's just a simple surveillance program. Just takes information that robot witnesses, relays it back into the colony net. The author,
Right. Yeah.
it's 4 words. Security instigates malicious problems.
Could I get a repeat on that?
Security instigates malicious problems.
Okay.
They're in the walls.
I think we need to check in on Sip next week. Or 2 weeks from now, I guess.
Yeah. Think so too.
Can I try to trace? So you said that it just releases the information just into the HoloNet.
Yeah, it kind of just it takes its information and submits it to the net. Kind of just where that information is going from the net, it's pretty hard to track.
Yeah, untraceable kind of.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I get a Hail Mary hack roll on it? Or you can say no. I'm just asking.
Oh, depending on the roll. So go ahead and give it a roll.
Sure. No.
Yeah. No. It's
It was a Hail Mary.
Yep.
All right. Cool. We'll definitely take note of that. With that in mind, and with the having silence improve musical performance in mind, and now security instigate malicious problems in mind, on the rest of my way back, I'm keeping my eyes peeled for anything, whether it be signage, graffiti, anything that might have more acronyms.
Okay.
I'm going to take note of them. I am now actually paranoid. You know, I was faking the simp paranoia on the ship, but now that I'm here, I'm actually getting paranoid.
Okay.
That's how they get you.
Mm-hmm.
If you want a spot roll, I'll give it. But I don't know if that's if there's actually stuff out there. But you know,
Go ahead for the hell of it. Go ahead and roll.
yeah, fuck it. 19.
All right. So
Oh no.
so kind of just you're on edge. You browse too much of the net, honestly. Kind of just making your way into Arizona. Kind of just all this information now. You're just starting to see it everywhere. Kind of just the graffiti, it somehow lines up. The people kind of just walking by, their shirts somehow aligned to spell simp. It's just like
Oh no.
I'm like, it's still invisible, but I'm like clutching and unclutching my pistol in this holster, you know, just like out of a reflex and comfort thing. I'm not drawing it, but you know, like the hand is on it, and then whenever I see something, I'll like clutch it, and then it's like wait, and then I'll talk myself down and I'll release it, but like the hand stays near it the whole way back. You know, it's tense.
Mm-hmm.
But upon returning to the ship, Yuki will return cold sweat. Will present her own envelope, pull out the similar looking key. Be like, the keys, from what I gather, are actually the entrance or the how you get admitted into the concert, guys. So we were right.
And
And
kind of
then
laughed and said, "So we wasted 10,000 mana."
okay, were you gonna bank on a robot just walking up to one of us and giving us the key to the concert?
100% happens all the time.
Okay. Wonderful. You keep living in your own fantasy world.
And you keep living in your simp-filled one.
You know what? I fucking love it. But also, my contact was telling me that her network was keeping tabs on us. And the only thing that she's been told was that there were 4 of us and that we have a ship. Now, that's only what she's been told. But if that much information is getting trickled down the pipeline to presumably just a low-ranking whatever in the network, who knows how much everyone else at the up top knows, right? So with that in mind, I got really freaked out. So on the way back, I was invisible the whole way. But every time I walked down a new street or alley, labor bots would turn towards me, even while invisible, to look at me. So
A labor bot gave me the message that I got.
I'm starting to think that that's their surveillance system. So I pulled one of these labor bots aside, and I went through its programming, and I found a surveillance program by an unknown author, an unknown author, but the unknown author was labeled as security instigates malicious problem. So
it was instigates, not investigates?
It was instigates.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So
instigates problems.
I found another instance of simp, but this time it was in the security. So insecurity instigates malicious problem. I think this horror cell has a much larger grip or presence on Arizona than I would have originally thought.
Yeah, apparently.
So, just as a heads up, everyone. You see anything that looks out of the ordinary, maybe give it a little investigate. You might find another sign.
It sounds like we're in deeper shit than we originally thought.
I think so. And I think it's very safe to say they know exactly who we are. They might not know our total intentions and motivations behind our intentions. But as far as faces and identities, they know who we are.
Yeah, and they're well aware that we're looking into them.
But they're not trying to kill us yet.
Yet.
And from what I've seen, they invited us to them. So this concert's going to be interesting. Jack, you got a skedoodle?
Yeah.
Okay.
I shall probably hop off. But we've learned a lot. This has been a good session.
So it's been a good session.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to come back in 2 weeks and finally figure out what's going on.
Maybe you'll
If
find
even.
out.
Yeah, maybe find out a little bit more of what's going on. Yeah, when we all started seeing Simp everywhere, like the It's Always Sunny opening started playing in my head, and it's like the title card, and it's like the gang develops schizophrenia.
Paranoia.
Yeah. All right, yeah, good session, guys. I gotta go hop off. I cannot stay, so I'm gonna get out of here. But I will see y'all soon. I'll keep y'all updated on the job, on the trip, and if anything cool happens, maybe I'll send some photos.
All right.
Sounds good.
All right,
Yeah.
catch y'all later.
See you.
Bye,
Absolutely.
Jack.
Adios.
Yeah. So, as been mentioned, next session will probably be in 2 weeks' time. Depending how it goes, it might turn into combat, but
Oh boy.
it entirely depends on how you guys handle things.
It's gonna have combat.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna be able to keep Knight in check for that.
Mm-hmm. So.
And I haven't got to use my blow something up perk yet.
Ooh.
Do you have
I have thermite.
ordnance to blow stuff up with?
I have thermite.
That'll
Or
work.
something. Or the similar. Let me get back on CompCon, I can tell you. Yeah, I definitely have something. I just can't remember what it was. It's a single use.